Once a wise man said, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other to die. Why keep poisoning yourself with anger, pain, and frustration? This story will show you the real power of not reacting and how it can free your mind. Long ago, a man came to Gautam Buddha, troubled and tired of his own anger. Even small things would upset him, and he didn't know how to stop reacting. Buddha smiled, invited him to sit, and said, "I have a story to tell you." And so he began, sharing a tale that holds a lesson for all who struggle with anger. Once there lived a king who ruled a prosperous and peaceful kingdom. One day, he decided to visit his neighboring kingdom, ruled by a king known for his wisdom. When the visiting king arrived, he was welcomed with great honor. A grand feast was prepared for him, but as he sipped his soup, his eyes caught a small fly floating in the bowl. A wave of disgust and irritation quickly rose within him, tightening his chest with sudden anger. Unable to hold back, he ordered the servants to bring a fresh bowl. The host king saw the fly and quickly said, "My deepest apologies, Your Majesty. This should never have happened. Please allow me to bring you a new bowl." The visiting king replied, "I cannot tolerate such things. Even a small fly can ruin my appetite." The host king smiled and said, "Your Majesty, it's not the fly that's upsetting you. It's your anger that spoils your mood. You have the power to choose how to respond. Don't let small things control your feelings." The visiting king understood the wisdom in those words and returned to his kingdom. From that day on, he practiced staying calm and not reacting to things that once made him angry. By doing this, he stayed in control and made better decisions, even in difficult situations. As the Buddha finished the story, he looked kindly at the man and said, "True strength lies in holding back rising anger, like a skilled driver controls a chariot. Others may hold the reins, but you must guide your own mind. You won't be punished for feeling anger, but if you let it control you, you punish yourself. Peace comes from within. Don't search for it outside yourself." In moments of anger, we stop seeking truth and start seeking our own way. So remember, respond. Don't react. Let reason guide your actions, not emotion. The man bowed quietly, feeling the weight and truth of those words. The power of not reacting is a lesson that applies to all of us. Stories can make it sound easy, but when emotions hit in real life, it's not so simple. Just ask James. One day, he made a firm decision to take control of his emotions. For as long as he could remember, James reacted without thinking, especially when things didn't go his way. Anger would come fast, and in those moments, he'd say things he didn't really mean. That often led to fights and hurt feelings, which he hated. So he began practicing mindfulness and meditation, which helped him become more aware of his thoughts and emotions. He also started learning the art of not reacting. Whenever he faced a situation that would normally trigger him, he would pause, take a few deep breaths, and respond with calm and clarity. It wasn't easy at first. He still felt angry and frustrated, but he made a choice to pause, take a breath, and not react right away. With time and practice, it became easier. He started feeling more in control, more centered, and far less shaken by the small storms of daily life. James also began to notice something remarkable. His relationships were improving. He no longer got into heated arguments or said things he regretted. Instead, he communicated more calmly, more thoughtfully. This shift didn't go unnoticed. One day, a close friend came to James, visibly upset and overwhelmed by personal troubles. James listened patiently, offering quiet comfort and a few gentle words of support. After a while, the friend said, "You always seem so composed. You never get angry or upset." James smiled and replied, "I do feel angry sometimes. I just don't let it take control of me. Learning to pause, to not react right away, it's changed everything. It's helped me build better relationships and brought me peace." Curious, his friend asked how he had developed that kind of control. James shared his journey, how he started practicing mindfulness, how he learned to observe his emotions without being consumed by them, and how that single habit, choosing not to react, made all the difference. His friend was inspired and thanked him for the advice. In time, people began to admire James for his calm presence and steady mind. He faced difficult situations with quiet strength, and others started turning to him for guidance. He continued his practice, and what started as a personal struggle became a source of peace, not just for him, but for those around him. The power of not reacting is a lesson we all need. It's not about suppressing emotions or pretending to be unaffected. It's about understanding our feelings, taking a moment before we respond, and choosing a wiser path. Whether it's the story of a king who learned not to let a fly ruin his mood, or someone like James who changed his life by learning to pause, the message is the same. We may not control what happens around us, but we can always choose how we respond. As the Buddha once said, "Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace." All that we are is the result of what we have thought. Respond with reason, not emotion. Choose your response wisely. So take a moment. Breathe. Let your response be your strength. If this helped you, check out this next video for more.